Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dom Lovely. I am your source for all celebrity entertainment news from my point of view. And today we are talking Married at First Sight, the new episode, you guys, the kickoff season for Boston. Let me just say this up front that I am already very triggered by this first episode. Well, actually, this is like episode, I guess, 3. Because the first couple ones are like introducing the cast and talking about behind the scenes and how they decided to pick Boston. So we have our cast, you guys, and I have to say, I'm starting to think that Married at First Sight is more invested in great television versus actually getting people who want to be in love and be in a committed, healthy marriage. I'm sorry. The experts every season say that these two were matched for this reason, but as we're learning about some of the cast, I'm just very confused and very triggered by some of the people that they put together, but let's talk about it, okay? So let me pull up my handy dandy notebook and we can go. All right, so first couple, we have Lindsey and Mark. The experts say that they match Lindsey and Mark because they're both very high energy, they're deep, and they have a very deep, caring side, okay? So Mark says he's been wanting to get married probably his whole life. Mark is huge on family. He's like, if I start dating a girl and we're dating for like 6 to 8 months, I'm ready to move in. I don't understand people who date for 2 and 3 years. Like, why aren't you married? So Mark is all about that life, okay? Mark is very, in my opinion, to me, he's very endearing, very genuine, and a gentle soul. So when they paired him with Lindsey, my antennas immediately started to raise because, you know, that's I don't feel just from the onset that they're a good match just based on their personalities, but let's go deeper. He's paired with Lindsey, and Lindsey is a self-proclaimed wild card, okay? Says her ex called off the wedding 5 days before they were supposed to be getting married. She also wants a family, but Lindsey has a complicated family situation. She does not speak to her mother. They don't have a relationship at all. She feels that her mother's very mean to her, very mean-spirited, and so they don't get along. Mom is not in the picture. I found it very interesting that when we saw Lindsey, whenever we saw Lindsey with her dad or brother, they kept reminding her to, you know, not say anything crazy. Keep your thoughts to yourself. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. These are all lessons that we should have learned as children. So why is she still having to be reminded of this stuff? You know what I'm saying? So that was a red flag for me that they had to keep telling her, everything that you think, don't let it come out of your mouth. You know, don't say things in anger, which, you know, sometimes we say things in anger, but Lindsey struck me as the type of person that just says whatever comes to her mind. Yeah, so there we have it, Mark and Lindsey, okay? Also, her brother tells her that you need to work on your filter and having patience. So, you know, they know her. They know how she is. We'll see if she will be a good match for Mark. Right now, I'm not so sure. The next couple we have is Katina and Olajuwon. The experts say that they have matched these two because they are ready to trade in a party life for a quiet night at home. Well, maybe Katina. So, yeah, Olajuwon, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Right off the bat, I'm a woman, so yeah, I will be talking about the male features and their physicality. Sorry, I just am. He's a very attractive guy. Oh, also I forgot to say that I think that Mark is an attractive guy, and he has very beautiful eyes. Okay, so Olajuwon, very attractive, built, he got body. Me personally, I don't like my man have all those tattoos on him, but hey, to each his own, okay? But he said he did a lot of cheating in the past. And in his past, he had not been very truthful with women. And oftentimes he would tell women his middle name, which is Isaac, instead of, them knowing his real name. Well, not his real name, but his first name. He would go by Isaac. And apparently Isaac is the party guy. Isaac is the guy who, has a bunch of one-night stands. Isaac is the immature version of him. But now he says he's ready to settle down. Okay. Married at First Sight. This is my problem with this cast member. Why is this the first time that he's now trying to settle down when he's doing Married at First Sight? Was that not a red flag for you all, that this opportunity, this show, this chance, this is his chance to do it right? Why? Makes no sense. So you guys are going to pair him with a young lady who's been through heartache, been through pain, been through relationship stuff and actually tried to work. You're pairing him with a woman who's gone through those experiences, and this is his first time trying to make it right? Okay. Moving right along. Olajuwon tells his family that it is imperative and it is a must that his woman knows how to cook. As a matter of fact, he tells them if she does not know how to cook, then that's absolutely a deal breaker. So that's what I'm saying, you guys. That's kiddie stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know how to cook, and I'm from South Carolina, so most of the women there know how to throw it down in the kitchen. But in today, modern dating, if a woman does not necessarily know how to cook, would most men be like, nah, I'm good on her, we can't go any further? Probably not. So what I'm saying is that there is a certain amount of maturity that clearly is not there yet. But we'll carry on, okay? They are matching him with Katina. Katina is 30 years old. She is a self-proclaimed turn-up girl. Says she was in a relationship with a cheater for over a year. Came from a single-parent home. Says she is always in protection mode because she's been hurt before. And she says that she is vulnerable. She wants to be vulnerable in this process and actually let herself feel, because she hadn't been able to do that in the past. So yeah, when I listen to Katina and the things that she needs, and now in this process, she wants to be vulnerable and let herself feel those feelings. And I think about Olajuwon's personality. Don't know how that's going to go. Experts, don't know. You guys, hold on one sec. I need to put the charger on my phone. So next we have Noi and Steve. Steve is 38. He's very adventurous. He loves parasailing. And he actually recently was laid off from his job. So he just kind of picked up and started traveling and found himself in Florida. So he has a very outgoing personality. He loves to travel, loves to meet new people, learn new things. And Steve is attractive. He's fit. And, he said he's ready for love. They pair him with Noi. Noi is 33. She is wild. Said she was born a refugee. And, she says she wants to have children. She's ready to settle down as well. The experts say that they are both dreamers and fundamentally they share the same values. I can see that for these two, actually. I don't have any issues with Steve and Noi as a couple, like their pairing, how they match them. I could see that. So, yeah, Steve and Noi. And next we have Jasmina, who's 29. She has an interesting family background as well. Her mom actually left her and her sister at a very young age. Her dad got remarried, or maybe that he was in a relationship with a new woman, but her dad actually moved back to Jamaica. So the woman that he was with, her stepmom, so obviously they got married. Her stepmom actually adopted her and her younger sister, so that's who she calls mom. And you guys, they just have a beautiful relationship, a beautiful mother and daughter relationship. And you know, it's just sad when people decide they don't want to be a part of their children's life and they just pick up and leave. But Jasmina looks like she has persevered. She's a beautiful woman, striking. She says that she's been in several relationships. Her mom says that, you know, she does not want her daughter to be hurt again. So, you know, she's been through some things, okay? And she's looking for the right one. She too wants to settle down and have a family and all of that. I thought it was very interesting when they all were at the table. Her mom, her family, she's like, you know, I'm getting married in 2 weeks. And her mom had that look on her face like, oh shit, like what? You know, and her mom did get a little teary-eyed because, you know, she said, I do not want her to be hurt. We don't know this person. Who is this guy? Jasmina strikes me as the type of woman that's like, hey, you know, this is my life. I'm going to do me. She does not seem to need approval from the people that's closest to her. And that seems to be her personality. So they pair her with Michael, who is 28. Michael says he's very, very picky. He says it doesn't even have to be anything regarding how a woman looks. So, you know, if she, I don't know, wears too much makeup or doesn't tie her shoes the right way or anything little like that, Michael says he has been very picky in the past, but he wants to change all of that. He and Jasmina have a lot in common in terms of family and not having, you know, some family members in their lives. Michael shares that his father died, his mom died of cancer, and also his brother died. So he has experienced a lot of loss. And so he has not been quick to open up to women. And he acknowledges that that is part of the reason why he probably has missed out on a lot of really great relationships. What do I think of Jasmina and Michael as a pair? I think the experts did a good job here. I could see those two romantically involved. If Michael lets his guard down and lets her in, she seems very open to getting to know somebody and being very vulnerable in this process. And I think that is key. You know, I think that some of these people that come on Married at First Sight, they're not ready to be open, honest, and vulnerable because at the end of the day, you're not dating somebody, you're getting married to somebody. So those walls need to come down. The experts say that they matched Jasmina and Michael together because both have not grown up with family examples in their own homes. So hopefully they will be the family example if they decide to stay with each other at the end of this process. Okay. So is this the last couple? Last but not least, we have Alyssa and Chris. Chris is 35. He enjoys disc golfing. He's a real estate agent. He too has came from a single parent home. His mom is concerned that he will regret doing Married at First Sight. Alyssa has a dog. She says she's tired of dating and going on dates and wants someone kind, caring, handsome, and considerate. Okay, so Chris seems very open. Alyssa seems a little bit closed off. Not right at first when they start to introduce her, but as she get with the other women and they have their bachelor party, because that's what happens next, you know. The women get together, they all meet, and, you know, they have their little chat. And, you know, Alyssa just seems very, very reserved. And she even tells us that right off the rip, she can tell that she and Lindsey are not going to be besties, that Lindsey is a little bit extra. And she is. So the ladies are all talking, and, you know, they're all talking about, you know, what did your parents think? Like, what did your mom say? And Lindsey kind of has a moment because, you know, her mom's not around. Her mom does not want to be involved. And so, you know, that's a really sad thing. And then, you know, the ladies all ask, so do you think you guys will want to consummate your marriage? Who's going to be the first to do it? So for whatever reason, they felt like Alyssa, well, not Alyssa, they felt like Noi would be the first one to do it. So the ladies are chit-chatting about, you know, pets and all of that. And Lindsey was like, I told the experts to go crazy. I don't care about color, creed, religion. Just don't bring me a man with baby teeth and a belly. And I died. That Lindsey, she is a trip. She's a trip. No, Mark has great teeth, and he's not, you know, overweight or anything like that. He's not like a, you know, skinny guy like Steve or smaller guy. But I was hoping she would be attracted to him, but we'll get to that. So, you know, the men are all talking. They're getting together, and, you know, they're talking about attraction, and they hope that they're attracted to the women. And Olajuwon basically lets the men know, you know, in my past, I've been tricking women. I've been sleeping with a bunch of women. So I want to do this differently. You know, there will be no sex on the first night because I'm done with all that. This is my opportunity to change the way I am. So, you know, there will be no sex on the first night. So now we get to the bachelor party and the bachelorette party. A hot mess. Well, the guys looked like they were having them a good old time and having sidebar conversation with their real friends, their real homies about, you know, what they can expect. Olajuwon was, he was on the floor busting it low and spreading it wide with some stripper. I mean, I don't know. I guess he was trying to get his last bit of fun in before he gets married. So, you know, I'm not blaming him. I'm not judging, but he was definitely doing a lot. The ladies were at the bachelorette party. Alyssa was tucked in the back like, I don't do that. That's not my personality. You know, I don't know. She seems a bit stuffy. So I hope that she is a good fit and a good match for Chris, because he seems, you know, a little bit more outgoing. He also says that, you know, he has been looking for his wife for quite some time. In terms of looks, I'm interested to see what she thinks about him when she's coming down the aisle, because just attraction wise, based on how she kind of presents herself, she seems a little bit snobby, to be honest with you. So I don't know if she will find Chris that attractive. Oh, I also forgot to mention that Mark actually had been on Married at First Sight before, but he was never chosen. So he went through this whole process, I guess, about 3 or 4 years ago. So now he's back. They have chosen Lindsey as his mate. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the parties happen, bachelorette party, bachelor's party, and then we get to the wedding. The first wedding is with Mark and Lindsey. You guys, and this is where I became really triggered, okay, because I feel like throughout the season I will be rooting for Mark. He seems the most genuine to me. He seems like he was ready for love. He's ready for a wife. He's ready for kids. That's what he's giving me. And the person who he has paired him with, she's cool and all, but I don't know that she's, you know, there. Her maturity level just seems off for her age, okay? So Mark is waiting at the altar. Family and friends are there. what's the child name? Lindsey apparently had been, tipsy and drinking in the limo on the way to the wedding. So, she's tipsy and, looking for a vow. She's pulling down her dress and, eyes are all glazed over, stumbly, belching out loud and just not, she needed another night before the wedding. Let's put it like that. So she gets down the aisle. She looks very beautiful. Her dress is okay. I mean, it's okay. Her dress fits her personality. Let's just say that. Gets down the aisle, and even as they're doing their exchanges, like how they normally say, well, what's your name? What's your name? It was so cringy, you guys, because she was doing too much. And the audience, they were looking like, how you have that, that nervous laughter, like, okay. She was just doing too much. She was like, yeah, thanks, Dad, for the braces. Just, girl, take it down a notch. It was, I was just a viewer, and it looked very cringy, and she did not seem like she was being real or authentic. And they talk about that in the after show, but we'll get to that. So they exchange vows. Mark's ring couldn't hardly fit on her finger. And I'm like, production, I thought you guys take care of all of that. I thought you guys make sure, that the grooms know ring finger sizes for the ladies so they're not, getting the wrong size. That was, I think that's the first time that ever happened in Married at First Sight on the show. I don't know. But anyway, they got the rings on, said their I do's, got back down the aisle, and she's just going a million miles a minute. And he actually said it. He was like, wow, she's a lot. I hope I can keep up with her. She was just going. It was like a drunk person, honestly. I would have been so put off by her demeanor. That would have been a total and complete turn off for me. Because if you're taking this process seriously, then why the hell are you walking your ass down the aisle drunk? Apparently Mark came back from somewhere and she had her body laid out on the bench. Like in the park, she was just spread out wide on the bench. And they're gonna pop her head up. So if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be? Y'all, this is what I'm saying. This is triggering. Somebody who's here for the right reasons, who wants a family, who's done all the things, and now they getting paired with the fooly-loo. Let's talk about the after show, you guys. Okay. So, we got Keshia Knight Pulliam in the house, you guys. Isn't she gorgeous? We know her as Rudy from The Cosby Show. And, of course, she's done several other movies. So she's with the ladies. She is with Lindsey, Katina, and also Jasmina shows up. Alyssa does not show up. She's not there. Oh, and also, no, just the three of them. Yeah. Alyssa doesn't show up. And Noi isn't there either. So apparently there's some drama behind the scenes because apparently Lindsey and Alyssa do not get along. Lindsey had some words to say about Alyssa at the bachelorette party, called her stuck up, said she had bad energy. Apparently, Jasmina and her friends heard it. Alyssa's friends heard it. And so the next morning when Lindsey decided she wanted to get with the ladies to hang out, she found out that she was blocked. Alyssa had blocked her on social media, so those two don't see for each other. I mean, Jasmina damn near seemed like she don't see it for Lindsey either. Is it Jasmina or right, Jasmina and Katina, they seem like they're going to be feeding Lindsey with a long spoon also because, she's a bit extra. She likes to be seen, heard, and that may be her personality, but I worry that that's going to be a bit overwhelming for Mark, you guys. So yeah, definitely some developing stories here. Lindsey also kind of said without saying that she wasn't that attracted to Mark. She was like, yeah, he has nice teeth. You know, that's all she had. You know, I don't know. She's just okay herself. She ain't no beauty queen. But, you know, women need to start looking beyond the physical and find out what a man has to offer them in other realms of a relationship. Let's put it like that, because he seems like a really good guy. And I think she's kind of cuckoo. You guys get that in the comments to let me know what you think. Don't forget to ring that bell for notifications for when I post videos on Married at First Sight and my other videos. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up for sure, because this was a good one. Leave all of your comments down below, and we will chat again soon. Bye-bye.